I2B.
And I'm Hopeless Romance.
And we bring you The Lion King, My Version 1, Chapter 12, Escaped to the Desert. Author's note, I want to reply to Coconut Coral's question. She wanted to know what happened to Scar from the last chapter. My reply was, well, nothing happens to Scar just yet, since I haven't decided what I want to do with him. But I think you will enjoy this chapter since you are a Scar fan. Remember, all music belongs to John Williams, Hans Zimmer, or Elton John, or James Horner, who wrote the Star Trek. More to come. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 12, Escaped to the Desert. 3 more hyenas appeared out of nowhere. Simba, 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 you knew better than to come back after what happened to your father, as he told you to go home. Scar waves his paw like it was a finger and smiles evilly at the two of them and with his index finger. And besides, you don't want to think that you wouldn't be going away alone, are you?
No, Scar. Dad told me that if anything were to happen to him, that I would be king. So that has happened. Now and I have decided to go for a walk this evening for dinner, Simba said.
A king, are you now? With escorts? I don't think you know the meaning of it. Kill them all, Scar ordered. As soon as that happened, 3 hyenas charged Leia and Anna, while Banzai and Ed chased after Simba and Nala. Simba and Nala ran as fast as they could, leaving their escorts behind as they were unaware that their escorts were being killed off by other hyenas and Scar. Simba ran so far ahead they didn't know where they were going, and they ran down a briar patch with thorns. They both jumped into the patch and snuck onto the other side. Banzai saw them in the bushes and stopped, but then Shenzai slid and hit Banzai, while Ed, coming from behind, slid and hit them from behind. And they crashed into the thorn, and Banzai fell into the sky and hit the briar patch into the thorns. He goes into mid-here and he's in total pain. Ow! Ed started laughing like a lunatic, yelling in pain.
Hey, there they go, Shenzi said.
Well, go finish the job, Banzai ordered as he's pulling thorns out of his butt.
There ain't no way I'm going in there. What, you want me to come out looking like you, Cactus Butt? Okay. Well, they're as good as dead out there anyway, and if they come back, we'll kill them, as she saw the 2 cubs running away into the desert sun.
Yeah, if you 2 ever come back, we'll kill ya! Kill ya! Banzai shouted in the distance as the 2 cubs were running off into the desert. The trio laughed and went back to find Scar and claim their pride as Scar had finished the 2 escorts off. Did you guys dispose of Simba and Nala? Scar asked as the escorts were finally dead.
Yeah, boss, real easy, Shenzi said. Ed laughed like a nut.
Yes, sir, real easy. We killed them, sir. Oh, yes, buddy, old pal. Banzai was then hit by Shenzai to tell him to shut up. Good work. We shall rule in peace. Scar told the 6 hyenas to meet him back at Pride Rock. Scar then escorted himself to Pride Rock, where Sarabi was reciting lionesses since he had taken over.
Scar, what the hell are you doing here? Sarabi spat with fire in her eyes.
Sarabi, that's no way to speak to your new king, Scar smirked.
What do you mean, Scar? You know Simba would be the next in line for the throne if anything would happen to Mufasa, Sarabi yelled at the dark-greyish brown lion.
I'm deeply sorry for your loss, but unfortunately Simba and Nala are dead as well, leaving me in charge as the new king.
Simba is dead, and if you think you have the power to decide, then you're wrong, Sarabi spat back.
Ah, Sarabi, but you see, I have my friends here to help me murder the precious husband, and it looks like your son has joined him.
What? No, and besides, even if it were true, I am in charge now, Scar, Sarabi cried.
Oh, I don't think so, Sarabi. Sarabi charged at Scar at full force with the claws extended. Scar evaded her moves quickly and pinned her instead. Scar rapidly pulled her eye out. A thunder was just appeared out of nowhere as her eyeball was pulled out with fury, and both his claws were pulling with full force and as he pinned her to the ground. Blood dripped out from Sarabi's eye socket. Sarabi is screaming in pain. Scar threw the eyeball to the ground and walked to her. Now, Sarabi, you will feel my pain as I have for all these years, and you'll see how I suffer as I have. And since you're blind and with one eye, therefore are leaving me in charge of the kingdom as king. Any objections?
As he said that, all the hyenas had appeared from out of nowhere, outnumbering the lionesses by 12, as they were now only 31, and the cubs not around. Mufasa and the 2 loyal escorts were dead. No one had spoken, and was in total shock to see what had happened.
Seraphina had rushed to the aid of the pained Sarabi. Good! Now with the loss of our former King Mufasa and his son Simba, and the former queen is out of commission, it leaves me with the only blood heir to the throne, and make me as the king. I now proclaim myself as king at the Pride Land, Scar spoke. As new king of the Pride Lands, I now make a new era with lion and hyena, where lions and hyenas will live together. Seraphina!
What, Scar?
Now, Seraphina, you don't want to end up blind and crippled like your friend here. It wouldn't be proper. You see, call me my lord, or your highness from now on. Are we clear? Highness returned laughing.
Yes, my lord, she bowed in anger.
That's better. Now come with me, I am lonely tonight, and I feel like celebrating with someone.
Gasps were made as Scar was smirking. The hyenas were laughing like idiots. Do what he says, my friend, a weak Sarabi said with a whisper. It'll be over soon.
Well, Seraphina, I'm waiting, Scar said in a slithy tone. Seraphina gulped and was slowly approaching Scar when Scar had pulled her back into the cave and roughly dragged the cream-colored lioness to his back of the cage to have his celebration. Seraphina didn't like it one bit because she was resisting Scar. I know, but that's how I like it. The rest of the lionesses, except for Zira and her hunting party, went to comfort Sarabi and escort her back to the sick cave where Rafiki was there waiting for him and who was very mourning in the sorrow that he had seen, to guide her walk with a one patch on her eye. Meanwhile, the other cubs, except for Kiara and their mothers, have successfully made it to the Outlands, with no one witnessing them to sneak back out of the Pride Lands and leaving the Outlands. The 5 birds were sleeping on Tojo's sword and on top of his Napoleon hat in case anything were to happen, which he was wearing as he was carrying him back.
Well, this is the dreadful place of the Outlands. Now, where's your rogue of a husband, Tisa? Thak asked sarcastically. Wait. Shh. Do you hear something? Tisa whispered as she heard rustling the plants nearby. Me appeared from around the plant.
Dad? Tojo murmured. Tojo, is that you? Tojo asked. It is you, Dad! Tojo shouted in joy and woke up the birds as they fell off his hat and sword as they were going to the ground. Tojo, my boy! My, how you grown! Tojo ran to his father to hug him. Dad, it is you! Tojo and his father hugged each other and approached the rest approached the rogue slowly. The hug ended and Tisa patted over the knee and slapped him in the face.
That's for leaving me. Then Tisa kissed Nye on the lips with Nye's eyes widening. And that is for always being here and always watching us, Tisa seductively said.
Well, thanks, Tiza. And he started to purr. And he kissed her again.
Weird family, Camille whispered into Paca's ear.
Dad, these are my birds and friends, Tojo said excitedly. Your birds, son? Yes, Dad, but I can explain later.
Mr. Nye, we are here on an emergency basis and are requesting you to take care of our children. Since King Mufasa has been killed by his brother Scar and is threatening to take over the kingdom, and may want to kill the male cubs if he takes over as the king, Camille explained. My daughter is in love with Paka's son, Shumbi, who is self-exiling himself for safety issues. Can you take care of them? As well as my daughter is in love with your son, Paka added.
Yeah, Dad, 2 of my birds had seen the whole thing, and Simba and Nala had agreed to hide until they're old enough to take down Scar. So I've decided to self-exile myself and find you, Dad.
Well, Nye, will you take care of these kids and these birds? Tiza asked.
Well, the Outlands here is not the best of places to raise cubs. And it's no picnic to live out here. To survive out here, you must be strong and hardy because there's less food and little water out here. I can take care of the cubs, but you must grow up a little bit sooner than expected because it's not like the Pride Lands, and things aren't as friendly and clean as the Pride Lands are. So you won't be able to play all day. Dad, Kula and the birds and I are up to the challenge for whatever it takes. We'll follow you every move and every instruction, however it is to survive out here, Tojo said. Okay, what about you two? Me pointing to Chumbi and Tama. Chumbi looked at Tama and nodded in agreement.
Mr. Knight, Chumbi and I have agreed to stay and learn from you as well, Tama said.
Then it is agreed then. The cubs said their respective goodbyes to their mothers and left them with me as he took care of them. The cubs and the birds to teach them how to survive and live in the Outlands. The mother snuck back to the Pride Lands only to hear the horrible news that Scar had taken over the Pride Lands through the gossip of the other lionesses that were loyal to Sarabi and Serafina, not Zira. Author's note, if anyone was wondering, I was playing Emperor's Throne from Star Wars during the Scar scene to give it a little bit more dark. I'm Johnny 2B.
And I'm Hopeless Romance.
We thank you for enjoying Chapter 12, Escaped to the Desert. Thank you very much. Good night.